Hey everybody, Chef Catman here. Welcome to Italian Style. My job here is to bring you restaurant style foods, comfort foods, Italian foods that are accessible, easy to make, stuff that you would see in a restaurant, stuff that we eat at home that's going to be very accessible and easy to make. It's called mozzarella in cordoza, and we start here with a fresh mozzarella. Make sure it's the fresh mozzarella. You can't buy any of that store-bought processed kind of stuff. This is, it's got to be the fresh mozzarella. This is something, that's a requirement. This is the kind of bread that we have. White bread, but it's got to be kind of firm. If you can go like this and it doesn't fall off your hand, this is the kind of bread that we need for this. We'll start with cutting this. We're just going to cut this into equal pieces. It's beautiful mozzarella. And we'll save some for us to eat later and pick on. And then we're going to close it up like a sandwich here. And swipe that down. Okay. And then we're going to take our round here, cut off those crusts, and just make it nice and uniform. All right, so we just have a little cute little patty like this. We'll make a few more of these now. All right, now we're going to take the first layer here. It's going to be dip it right in some eggs, and just beat up some eggs, whole eggs. Get it nice on both sides. All right, get it completely covered in it, and just drop it there in the pan. That's when you know your pan is hot, when you hear that bubbling. If there's nothing happening, you're just soaking it with oil, and it's a big mess, and it won't taste good, and you won't fall in love with it. This is gonna be a new favorite thing, I promise you that. I make this every day for my son, he loves it. So it's a good kid's meal, simple. We're gonna fry it on one side, fry it on the other, and then put it back in, so it's twice fried. Okay, now we're gonna get our marinara heated up, because this is a good dish too. Sounds like it's starting to get a little hooky. For one more minute. Smell that egg cooking. Flip it over. All right, beautiful. Perfect brown. All right, we're getting our mozzarella heated up because I like to cut it up, dip it in the mozzarella, and dip the mozzarella in the sauce, and that's the way to eat it. It's a good thing to do also with leftover sauce. We make the Sunday gravy every Sunday. We make a pasta sauce. So, we do this, and then we have the extra sauce, something to do with the extra sauce. Another thing that we do with extra sauce, it's a little tip for you. We used to take the ice cube trays, put the sauce into the ice cube trays, and if somebody wants to have just a little sauce or a little chicken cutlet parmesan, you take the ice cube trays out. And, all right, we are just about, okay. Sauce is about heated up now. These are ready to come out. And remember, we're gonna do these a second time. Goodness here. All right, so now we're gonna take out a fresh pan, little one, because you can do it a little bit at a time. To relight this maybe. All right, again, we're gonna wait for the oil to get hot. hot means it's smoking. You know, so, and then we're just gonna get the last step of olive oil in there, just so you get that olive oil flavor on it, and it's not, you know, it's not all achy. So we'll just wait for this to get hot, and then we'll put a little sauce in here because we're gonna dip this into the sauce. That's where we go. The sauce is nice and hot and ready. Okay. All right, this should be nice and hot now. And all right, we're gonna just right on there. And ready to eat. That's the most important thing. All right, here's the last one. And just get a nice color on there. And pull that off. Now, I'm gonna cut this up, and we're gonna invite my my sous chef today to come in and sample this, because I always hated when you watch TV and you eat your own food and you praise your own food. I need somebody else to praise me, you know? So let's just cut this out. Plate it beautiful. So, is Anthony out there? We just made the, have you ever tried this before?
I've never tried this before, but it looks delicious.
All right, here we go. Yes. So, there you go. First time he's going to try it.
That's delicious, Joe.
What are you getting out of there? You're getting,
We got fresh mozzarella. The sauce is delicious. There's a good crunch. Good texture. Very flavorful.
It has like kind of like a French toast feel, right? Over mozzarella. That's what I like about it. It's like it almost tastes like, it almost has that, because you make it like a, you know, you're making it with the egg, same way you make French toast over bread. So it kind of has like a French toasty kind of feel. It's just perfect. It's a perfect union. One of my favorite dishes growing up. Very simple, as you see. It didn't take long. Simple is good. All right, Anthony, thank you.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Good to have you. Thanks for everything. So we next dish is going to be another comfort food. Surprise, surprise, and it's Italian mac and cheese, and it's very different. It has 3 different Italian cheeses. Has some imported mortadella. It's a beautiful thing, and you're going to love it. It's like mac and cheese on steroids. So we'll see you in a second.
For generations, our family has perfected authentic Mexican dishes, from seasoned chicken and beef to carnitas, arroz, and barbacoa. The Cardenas family has always followed the traditions of their ancestors when it comes to cooking. From the beginning, they've created authentic Mexican dishes from scratch using recipes that have been passed down and perfected over generations. This tradition of gathering around a great meal with family and friends is what Del Rio Foods strives to pass on. From our family to yours.
Hi, welcome back. We're set up here to make our Italian mac and cheese. This is going to be your new favorite thing. You're not going to want regular mac and cheese anymore. It's going to be creamy, delicious, and using great ingredients. So let's get started. I'm going to start with get some butter. We're going to build a roux. Get some butter started. And this is simple roux. We're going to put some regular flour in here and just get it started a little at a time until it incorporates. I just throw it right on top of there. We got to get the butter melting. So you just move it around the pan and it'll start to thicken up. You'll see, like magic. We're boiling the water over here for the pasta. I chose rotini today. You can pick your favorite. As long as your favorite's not spaghetti or something, it wouldn't really work with this dish. Looks beautiful right now. That's how you want it to look, exactly. All right, and then we're gonna pour the milk in slowly because it's cold. So we don't wanna give it too much of a shock. Just start pouring a little milk in there. It's gonna bubble. It's gonna get thick as soon as this does. You don't want it to be bubbling too much, so let's lower that just a bit. Now, this is going to get thick. It's a bechamel. It's going to get thick, nice, like a nice sauce. And then we're going to start adding our cheeses. And at that point, we'll start adding our pasta as well. All right, and this is important. I see a lot of people when they add you're supposed to add salt to your pasta water. All right, but I see a lot of people, they add it like as soon as they start. They pour the water in cold and start putting the salt in. Don't do that. Just put it in once it boils. You're gonna ruin your pots. It raises it changes the boiling point, and it's just gonna ruin your pasta, and it's not gonna get into the pasta. You just won't taste it in there, so don't do it. Just put it in once it boils. Be patient. All right, that's just gonna boil up now. I had the old school recipe for bechamel calls for a little nutmeg. A lot of people don't do this anymore, but I still like it. It's a little bit, it's in the background, and I still like to do it traditionally. And we just, don't buy the powder stuff. Get one of these and just grate it in there, just a little bit. All right, so as we start getting this, we're gonna start bringing over the cheeses.
Oh, so cheesy.
That's imported Fontana cheese right here. This is domestic mozzarella, and this is locatelli cheese. Please, you got to get the good cheeses. Don't get some of these cheeses they just have out because it's on sale. You get your locatellis, get a nice Parmesan. Don't cop out on the cheeses. All right. Okay, so this is. Let me just check my pasta here. Pasta is nice. I'm going to take this off. We'll get back to that in a second. All right. All right, so as you can see, this is nice and creamy now. And we'll start adding our cheeses. This is a funny thing. A funny story about the nutmeg is my wife, she absolutely hates nutmeg. And she tells me, don't put that in anything. I hate nutmeg. Why are you buying nutmeg? All this stuff. And so every time, but she loves my mac and cheese. Every time I put it in there. She doesn't know. She's gonna know now. I just told her on camera, but she's been eating it for years. She knows. She's gonna say, "Oh, you didn't really put it in there," but I did. All right, so I'm gonna take our Fontana cheese. We'll start with that and just start putting it in, incorporating it. A little bit of time, but not. It'll melt fast. So you just put a little in like that, mix it around, put a little more in. All right, make it nice and creamy. If it gets a little too thick, you can always just pop in a little more milk. Make it a little more, okay? All right. All right, it's gonna melt down nice. And this is, I'll just clean this up. All right, and then just a little, we're not gonna use all of this, but this is gonna give it a little nice salt element. You see, I didn't put a lot of salt in it because this is very salty and raises the salt level. So, gonna get this going. We're also gonna put some mortadella in that. Here's some domestic mozzarella. All right, put some of that in, make it nice and creamy. All right. See, it's starting to get a little thick here, so what we want to do is just add a little milk, and it's gonna cream it nice back up. And there you go. All right, and all right, it's a beautiful thing. Now here's some mortadella. Always go with the imported. They have a domestic. It's just not as good. So always go with the imported. It's a little more expensive, but to me, well worth the money. And it works excellent in this dish. And if you've ever tried mortadella before and you didn't like it, you were probably eating the domestic. That's what I'd say. All right, we do need a little more milk. All right, now our pasta's done. Okay, now it's looking about right. All right, nice and creamy, see? Just let it cook for a second. I like to hit it at the end with a little, this is a mixture of parsley and marjoram. I just like to hit it at the end, boom. Just give it a little color and flavor, obviously, that nice earthy flavor. mix it in. That's how I get my vegetables, you know. A little at the end. All right. Hope Anthony's got his eating shoes on, because I'm about to call him out here and do this in another minute. And cut up some more of this mortadella. Like I said, I can't say it enough. Do not get the domestic. I don't think it's domestic, but the imported is just, it's in a world of its own. And you know, you can just rough cut this stuff. Just get it in there. You can use, you know, if you have a favorite ham or prosciutto, you certainly could use that in this dish as well. It's just, but I can attest that this one is the best. Okay. All right, and we're about ready to add it to the pasta. Bowl out of here. All right, our pasta's all done. I like to hit the pasta with a little olive oil before. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're ready to put it on the pasta and get rid of this one now. And wow. Smell that mortadella right away. It's beautiful. All right, bring it close to the dish. Just mix it in there. You just want to coat it. You know, some people like a lot of sauce. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you just really want to coat it. Get it nice and coated. See that? See how creamy that is? It's a beautiful thing. This is one of my favorites, and we make this a lot. And it's going to be one of your new favorites. I swear it's going to be your new favorite thing. You can write me and let me know when it is your new favorite thing. It's going to be Anthony's new favorite thing in about a minute and a half. Anthony, you want to get a plate and maybe a fork and come on in here? Look how creamy and beautiful that is, huh? And just put a little, you can, at the end, just hit it off with a little parsley and marjoram. And nice and creamy. Anthony, you want to come on in here and
Sure.
sample this? I'm sure I love your job, huh?
It's great. I eat all day.
There you go. All right, take this off. See how nice and creamy it is?
Looks beautiful.
Yeah. Just hot watch your tongue a little bit. I want to eat this so bad sometimes I burn my tongue. I do it all the time. You got to make it look pretty, you know?
Thank you, Chef.
You're welcome.
Smells wonderful. Delicious.
It's creamy, right? And it stays. You put it into the, you put it in the, you know, you're done with this. Okay, we're all done eating. Put it in the fridge. It stays creamy. You heat it up the next day. It stays creamy and beautiful. And you know, so it's something. And like I said, you can put this on vegetables. Sometimes we have a chicken meal the next day. Put it on top of that. Put it on pasta. Put it on broccoli, asparagus, and it just works really well. All right, now we're gonna clean up, and I got a really special dish for you next. We're gonna show you how to smoke some sausage. At home, you can do it. It's a very simple process. We're gonna make some smoked sausage risotto with some roasted red peppers and sweet peppers. You're gonna love it, so we'll be back in a minute.
The authentic recipes for all of our products are signature to La Morena. The chilies are literally hand-picked for each can. Everything is manufactured in Mexico and imported into the US. La Morena is best known for its quality and authentic flavor, giving our users a taste of home. Stock up on flavor with La Morena.
And we're back, and I'm very excited about this next dish. We're just going to start right away and get these sausages going. Make sure our oil's a little hot, and we're just going to sear these nice, and then we're going to show you the smoker. We're going to smoke these things, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. But we'll start our risotto first. All right. I like the hot Italian sausage, and this has some basil in it, and that's, you know, you can go with whatever kind you like. I like even the pinwheel sausage I use for this sometimes. I like to, this is boreal rice. This is what we use for risotto. Don't use regular rice. This is nice and starchy. And I like to toast it a little first, just with the olive oil by itself. Now, when we're making this, when we're making the risotto, it's not like you make rice where you boil the water and you put it in, or you boil the stock and you put it in. We're actually going to add this a little at a time, and just enough where you're covering your boreal rice. Okay. See, just covering just a little bit, but not where it's swimming around. You see, and it's gonna work off in a second. This is a little too high. Okay. After you get it that first one, just put it onto a low heat and let it simmer through. You see how it's just all that steam you see, that's it evaporating and going into the food. So as soon as it looks like it's starting to get a little dry again, you can start adding a little more. But first we're going to get some of this, get some garlic. Now you can start with the garlic. I like to toast the risotto and get the first round going, get that nutty flavor. But now we're going to cook this in. I got some white onions. I like the white onions. You use yellow onions, any kind you like, except the reds. Put a little more olive oil in there. All right. Just get some of your spices in there. We have, just knock it with a little salt, a little pepper, a little onion powder. Okay, so we're going to keep adding this for about 15 minutes. And in the process while it's doing this, I'll keep paying attention to it. I'm going to show you a little trick. All right, so we have just a little container. We're going to take our sausage. All right, I want to put that in there. Take the sausage. And don't forget about this. You're doing something else like I am. You know, as soon as you hear that noise, you hear it. You know, when you hear it, just put a little more in. You don't want to hear that noise when you hear like starting to get intense boiling kind of. You don't want that too long. So as soon as you hear that, see, you don't hear that anymore. So just let it go. Now, okay. All right, so we're going to cut the sausage up. Back over there. Cut the sausage. Cut it on an angle. Some nice pieces there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Mine sure aren't. This is a little hand smoker. You can pick these up. There's many different smoking vessels you can use at home. This one's my favorite and definitely pretty cool. So we made, yeah, these are the wood chips. These are apple wood chips here. But I also added a little dried margarine and some paprika, a couple of, little peppercorns, green peppercorns. So you can just add kind of whatever you want, and it's just make it. So we're gonna put, we have to do this one at a time. We'll put this here. So yeah, I'm using this vessel so you guys can see, but you can use anything that's, you can even use a Ziploc bag to do this. All right, so we'll put the sausage in there. Let me just attend to this. So don't forget about this. I told you a couple times already. It's not my fault if you mess it up. All right, and then we have our little mix over here that I made. It has the applewood chips, and we just put it in the bowl. This might remind you guys of something, but this is just smoking food, okay? And I got a lighter. And we're gonna put this underneath here. This is really amazing. I love this thing. All right. There it goes. Look at that. Seeping out the sides a little. If you could find something, that's definitely enough. All right, so you can smell that already. Pull this out. Just gonna let that sit there for about 30 seconds. You can smell that that nice applewood, and that smoke and aroma gets right onto your sausage. And that's about enough time. So pull it off and boom. See, it's very nice. We could even actually use this residual to do these right here. So let's turn the machine on again. It's just plenty right there. And so we got about 10 more minutes left with this. We're getting there. As you see, they're starting to get bigger. All right. So at this point that they're starting to get a little bigger, we're gonna add our sweet peppers. Add some sweet peppers. So we'll saute them in now so they don't get too soft. And then we have some roasted, fire roasted peppers, red bells that we did earlier. And put some of those in. But these have a little more cooking time, so we'll wait 1 second on these. Now these peppers are all done, and look, then they're getting softer, nicer, and the rice is beautiful. And we're gonna throw in some of these roasted red peppers that we did earlier because they're already cooked. We just want to mix them in at the end. And that's it. And you have all these beautiful colors. And obviously we'll hit some parsley in here. I have a little thyme here. What's that meme they have? Got thyme on my hands. So that's it, just a little bit. This is thyme is easy. If you buy it, you just kind of take the stick and you just kind of roll it off. So it just comes right off. You don't have to cut it or anything. I see people cutting it. You just slide it right off. It comes right off. So you might once in a while get a stem, but these stems you can eat them. And here's the marjoram. I like this. Some people don't. Then don't put it in if you don't like it. I like it, so it's in. All right, and this just gives it like a nice earthy kind of flavor at the end. And you know, that's what you want in risotto. You just want it to be nice and fresh. And then I'm gonna break down these sausages. They're still smoking there, see? So these, I'm just gonna break these down a little more. You know, nobody wants a big piece of sausage like this. Not nobody, but you know. All right, so we'll just kind of break it down. It's looking good. I can't wait to eat this one. This one I'm actually gonna eat. I try to stay away from the other stuff because I had a long day ahead of me, but. All right, so, all right, I'm gonna mix that sausage in. Now that flavor, that smoky flavor is gonna get in here. The flavor from the sausage, the flavor from the smoke, and it's just gonna make it like amazing. Pop in your mouth, and it's just so many layers of flavor. See how every time we were putting the stock in, we were also salting it and pepper and putting the onion powder. And here's some dried basil. I like to do that at the end too. And a little more parsley. And then just to add to our smoky theme, I'm gonna throw in some smoked paprika. All right, Anthony, you around?
Yeah.
Want to come in and try this?
Sure. Looks beautiful.
Tastes better, trust me. All right. There you go. Beautiful, creamy goodness. Go ahead, dig in.
Wonderful. Don't mind if I do. Perfect.
It's creamy, right? Nice. Now you know why everybody loves my Italian sausage?
I know why.
Okay, thanks for joining us here at Italian Style. I am Chef Catman. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you make this at home, I hope you enjoy my Italian sausage as much as Anthony did. And we're gonna be back soon with the fresh mozzarella. We're gonna make it right on camera with you. And we got a lot of crazy stuff. We can't wait to do it again. See you soon. Thanks for watching Italian Style. I'll see you next time, huh? Forget about it.